This conference will now be recorded.
So please remind me if I forgot the recording. Okay. So now reverse transaction button, it will be enabled for all also. It will work for 100% for ledger versus ledger combination. It will allow. Okay, means like account and offset account both are ledger combinations only. I mean to say ledger account or main account. In the system it is main account. We are speaking ledger account. Main account versus main account, it will be reversed. The transaction will be reversed. If in case customer and vendor, sorry, customer versus ledger. Suppose this customer is, if it is a normal simple transaction, it will allow you. But if it is a customer and bank, then in this case, bank check reversal process is available. So that reversal process will be allowed through some process. And this is if you do suppose sales order invoice, it will not allow. If it is a customer payment using bank payment, then it will not allow. Understood?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Shanmugam, are you able to hear me? One second. Fine. Any more doubts, please? If you are going to further proceeding, please let me know. Anyone has any doubts? So Shiv Prasad issue is resolved, and someone else, Lokesh.
Yes, Satya.
So now is it resolved or still you are getting some error?
Yeah, it got resolved.
Got resolved. Okay, fine. Thank you. And Srinivas Rao. Srinivas.
Yeah.
So still you are
It was
getting same.
executed. No. It was executed in my system.
So still you are facing an issue or not?
No issues.
Okay, fine. It is resolved, you mean to say?
Yeah, resolved.
Okay, fine. Fine. So let us proceed. So any more doubts on ledger accrual schemes and then ledger allocation rules?
Satya,
Yes, please.
in the ledger allocation, okay, I have allocated one time for the month of, imagine for the month of April, and if I want to allocate again in the month of September, will it consider the April month allocation also again, and it will consider, if it allocated, then it will be double value, right?
No, it will be combining of all those amounts. It's not a like double amount. So if you have any transactions, see average always, suppose 4 plus 5 average, suppose. It is 4.5. Am I right? Something I'm just example mathematics I'm saying. So now if you are entering one more, then it will be 3. Am I right? So this will be updated with the latest value, whatever the price it is.
Okay.
So like that, in the mathematics how it will work. In the same manner, it will update it. You can verify with one sample example and
No,
let me know.
I have verified it. I have verified. I have downloaded the ledger transactions as well, and I have seen. But when I see the trial balance where the debits and credits of the allocation, ultimately the cumulative balance or closing balance is same amount only. What is showing as a ledger account. But when the debits and credits are there, are multiple transactions are there.
So for understanding purpose, I will show you a simple example so that you can understand. Let me show you. So while generating this report, you can do using, if you are using like department only, now you can select department and click on calculate balances. Verify the balances with the business unit department. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Like main account plus department. Give me a second. Yeah, this one combination. If you click on this one, so verify whether the desired output is coming or not. You need to calculate outside first, and you need to verify the desired output is coming or not. What is your expectation? What is the value it is coming? So now you are applying. Now you are applying one more rule. So this one we have applied. So you have entered some more transactions in the month of another month, and you are applying the rule because this rule we are applying not for specific month. It is till date.
Yes.
Remember, till date. So it will calculate all and verify the expected results are coming or not. Verify and come back to me. This combination like this.
Okay, if the business they want to run the monthly basis, then they can sell.
System don't have the design itself. So whenever you are running this ledger allocation rules,
as on date,
it is as on date only. It is not showing from date and to date. It is on as on date only. So that is the design itself is not supporting.
Okay. Process request.
Yeah. You cannot do for this is as of date.
Got it.
So you can verify, you can do the calculations offline and verify whether the desired output is coming or not. If it is any complexities,
Yeah, it's coming. Suppose ledger, suppose we have made the payment to some expenses. When the payment account is showing that cash account is showing 50,000, and the allocation account CBT expenses CBT are showing 50,000 only, but the debit and credit is showing more than 50,000.
But because see the reason behind you are reversing in this one if you go inside this account, you are debiting, crediting, and debiting, crediting. Am I right?
Yes.
Definitely there will be more balances, but ultimately the net result is same.
Yes.
It is initially that is the net result. You need to validate with the net result. Otherwise, what is your expectation? It will be more debits and more credits. I agree with you,
Yes.
but ultimately the net result is whatever the amount it is required to come, it will come.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions, please? Anyone? Any more doubts?
Okay, I had a doubt in accrual schemes, but I don't have the screenshot. So let me come back by tomorrow with the screenshot.
That's fine. Who is this?
Yeah. Ganesh.
Shiva?
Ganesh.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Fine. So if anyone has any problems, please paste the screenshot in the group so that it will be recorded and you can remember, you can ask me that one. Okay, we'll try to understand what is the error message. So immediately try to paste in the group chat. Okay, in the WhatsApp group, anyhow, everyone joined. So you can ping in that WhatsApp group. Okay, so that we can discuss in the session. So don't ping me one to one because I may forget, because there are so many pings in WhatsApp. Every day there is so many several pings. I may skip it. So if you ping in the WhatsApp group, it will be recorded and many people are monitoring. If you forgot, your colleague may ask like, this is the error message and what is the solution? Okay, if you are pinging me privately, other person cannot remember this one. So always I'm asking you to update your issues in the WhatsApp group. Okay, fine. Any more, please, before going to proceed? Okay, fine. Now let us understand. So vendor, like bank payments, we understood. Whether I have discussed the check returns? No, am I right? Check returns and deposits.
Not yet.
Yes, I think.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Before proceeding, sorry to interrupt you. Before proceeding, we were about to discuss about the transaction date and about document date and currency.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
No problem.
Now, select fine. No issues. Now, so we are learning about credit collections, credit reports. Okay. There are so many things I need to discuss. I jumped into another topic. Let me go back. So credit and collections. So we are learning about customer aging report. In this inquiries and reports, customer aging report. So here there are three types of transaction types you can select. One is transaction date, another one is transaction date, another one is due date. First, let us understand these two. One is transaction date, one is due date. What is the difference between these two? Now, today date is suppose 22nd November 21. I have created an invoice. 10,000. Suppose take the example 22nd October instead of November. Take example today 22nd November, 22nd October. Now this 10,000 I am generating report. Give me a second. Let me open this file. Let me copy this whatever we have copy pasted. Fine. Now we are generating a report on, suppose I have posted one transaction on 22nd October. Now I'm generating on November 1st. Then it will show you 1st October to 31st October, and then 1st September to 30th September, and then August. Next one is July and above. Am I right? This is the report we are generating. Now invoice is generated on 22nd October. Now in which slab it should display?
First one.
The amount should be displayed in this area. 10,000. The amount should be displayed in the first tab. It is now due date is, this is suppose terms of payment is 30 days. Then customer, when he will pay money?
November 21st.
21st November he has to pay money. Agree with me everyone? 21st
Yes.
November. Now if I am displaying like this, he will get angry. Why are you showing in this one? This is wrong. It is due date is not in the month of October. Then for this one more column we have created, no due. This is for current month. And this amount should display here as 10,000. Agree with me?
So when we are extracting the report, any report, we have to select the transaction date that you want, or due date you want, or
So
a
in
document date.
general, always due date.
Okay.
In general, always due date we need to use to generate a report, so that the customer day actual pending is should be calculated from the due date. Understood everyone? It is not only for Shiva, everyone. So if you are selecting transaction date, it will display here. If you are selecting transaction date, it will display here. If you are selecting due date, then it will display here. Understood? Any confusion here? Because customer need to pay from the due date, not from the transaction date. That is the reason we are using terms of payment. Terms of payment means, because even though invoice is generated, customer will pay 30 days means, and after completion of 30 days only he will pay the money. So usually in general the report will be generated based on the due date but not on the transaction date. The report will be generated on the due date only but not in the transaction date. If you want, yes, you can have system to generate transaction date as well. So if you generate, this is for your internal purpose, you can configure, you can generate transaction date. But if you approach between 22nd October to 20th November, customer will get angry. Why are you approaching me? There is a terms of payment between your company and my company is 30 days. Why are you approaching? After reaching due date, then only I can approach that specific customer to pay money. Understood to everyone? Any confusion?
Yeah, Satya, understood.
Fine. So this is for customer aging report. If it is a vendor aging report, then one is transaction date which is posted, another one is due date, but another one is document date, means here invoice is generated on, vendor has generated on 15th November and we have updated, this is vendor document date, and this is transaction date. I am posting on 22nd November. So if you remember purchase order invoice, let me go to purchase order invoice quickly. If you go to the purchase order invoice, we have 3 dates. Now let us understand a little bit depth or keenly. Accounts payable, purchase orders, all purchase orders. You need to understand now 3 dates are there while posting. So if you click on this, select the purchase order and click on the invoice.
It's already posted.
Yeah, no, it is not
Okay.
posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here look at this one, invoice date, posting date, due date. Posting date means today we are posting. Invoice date or document date means this is vendor generated date. So you can have another option, vendor transaction date. Vendor has generated on last Friday or Thursday and I am posting today. So this is transaction date, this is document date. So for vendor aging reports, accounts payable, inquiries and reports, vendor aging report, you can have 3 options. You can select transaction date, due date, document date means vendor invoice date. You can use this function vendor invoice date. So of course everywhere it is used ultimately we will use due date only. The ultimate goal is due date only, but system has flexibility. You can use transaction date, due date and then document date. Understood to everyone?
In vendor aging report also we have to choose only the due date, right, Satya?
Yeah,
For
in general it is due date only, but if you want you can use document date also in the transactions. If you select document date, it is vendor, based on the vendor invoice date, the report will be generated.
but depends upon between the terms and conditions discussed between both the vendor and the
Always
client.
anyhow the final result is you need to use like due date only. But if you
Okay.
want to see the reports, both sides, customer side, vendor side, definitely you need to use due date only. Due date only. But system has flexibility. If you want to see the report in a transaction date or document date, system is providing, you can use that report. This criteria.
Okay.
Understood to everyone? Any questions here? Any more questions, please? So you can generate the report using this one. Now, last time I'm discussing about details also. Let me show you the details function. Accounts receivable, inquiries and reports, customer aging report, where it is, not this one, credit and collections. I'm sorry. Credit and collections, inquiries and reports, customer aging report. So if you select the details, so due date, I need to select due date, then details, if you select detail, so it is generating. Just give me 1 minute, I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Now look at this one report. So it is showing the report with invoice wise. One is due date. This is due date. Based on this due date, it will show you the bracket where it should be. Okay. So I have generated for actually like last month, but let me generate this report for the month of November 1st. Let me generate the same report, November 1st. November 1st, it is November 1st only. Give me a minute. Let me open. So second time it will be generated very fastly. Only first time it will take so much time. So it is showing like 3rd October, then due date is 1 month, first month. If it is 26th November, it is not showing, it is showing in the current month. It is not showing this one. See, this is future date. Look at this one, this is a future date, but it is showing here with the current month, and these are previous month. So the balance is this one. Now what is this not due means? Suppose the same example, it is 2 months is the terms of, like terms of payment is 2 months. Terms of payment is 2 months. Then what is the due date?
December.
21st December.
21st December is the due date. Then in which column I need to show? Whether I need to show here, 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 here.
No due. It will come under no due.
It come here because this is current month. The due date is future months. It will show you here. That may be 2 months, it may be 3 months, or it may be 4 months. If it is a future date, not in the current month, if it is a future date, due date, but if you are generating transaction date, there is no use this one, because in future date we cannot post the transaction, am I right? Only due date. So if it is a due date, if you are generating, the due date may be like next month also. There is a chance. So those balances will be displayed here. So look at this one. Due date is one transaction is exist. Due date is December 1st. So that is the reason it is showing here no due. The date it is coming clearly December 1st to 2154. Make sense? Okay, this is a report, whatever the report you want. Now suppose I'm a manager, sales manager. I want to see not from the report, from the system I want to see customer balances. Then one more option available, collections, aged balances. Now it will show you with color combination. Okay, it is showing aging period definition 30, 60, 90, which I don't want. I want the new period definition, whatever I have created, I want. Then we can have option accounts receivable parameters. Ledger, like here, inside somewhere else it is there, collections, I think. So collections defaults. I need to change the new calendar, whatever new period definition which we have created. Okay, save. This is the new aging period definition I have created. I have configured in the accounts receivable parameters. Then I'm running this one. We need to execute in this one in the periodic tasks. You can click on age customer balances. I will write down all the steps in the notepad. So you can select the new one which you have selected in the parameters. Now due date and click on OK. So it is processing now. Customer aging report. So now once it is executed, now you can see the report. So let me write down meanwhile the steps. One is aging period definition you have created. Next one is you need to map this one in the like credit and collections parameters or accounts receivable parameters. You need to map that one. Next one is you need to run in the periodic task. I will write down in detail. I need to verify once again customer aged balances. These are the 4 steps. Still it is going on. Let me write down the path clearly. First one is credit and collections. So let me show you credit and collections. Setup, customer aging period definitions. So the first one is credit and collections. Setup, aged period definitions. Okay. Next one is the same thing. Credit and collections. Setup, like accounts receivable parameters. Collections tab. Collections tab. Let me verify it is completed. So now if you execute this one, look at this one, aged balances, it will show you with the latest aging period definition. Latest aging period definition. Look at this one with the red and the symbols, with symbols properly. So by looking into this one, I can understand. So if it is a report, it is a static amounts only, but here symbolic information it is showing clearly, so that I can concentrate on which customers I need to collect money. I mean to say, whether it is a sales representative or a sales manager, he can understand by looking into this red diamond means the amount is above 90 days. Why it is showing more reds? The reason behind, in reality it will not show like this. It will show all combinations. Why it is showing red means the data, whatever it is there here, it is 2016 and 2017 data. 2016 and 2017 data. That is the reason it is showing like this red. Otherwise, if it is showing like this red, then sales manager will not leave you. If you are a collection agent, will not leave you. You should be like always like this. But if it is red is coming means he will get angry like anything. Very less should show red, because we have configured like if it is more than 3 months or 4 months, I have configured red. Understood? This is view is very easy for a manager. Make sense? Okay, and still I need to explain you furthermore. If you click on the customer name, then it will open detailed report. What is the amount spending? Now let me show you, because this is zero balance, nothing amount is pending. That is the reason it is not showing. Let me take this one, Ramana Enterprises. If I click here, it will show you the clear transaction detailed report. What is the amount spending? Otherwise, if you look at this US001, because US001 has lot of transactions, let me select this one. Let me click on this Contoso Retail San Diego transactions. It will show you a detailed report. Look at this one. Invoices pending from how many days? Okay, in this we need to discuss furthermore a lot of information. Write-off function is one of the most important. We'll discuss tomorrow. Any more questions, please? Let me write down the steps. So accounts receivable parameters, collections tab, collection defaults fast tab, collection defaults fast tab, and select the above. Select the above dimension. Aged like aged period definition, whatever it is there, aging period definition. It is not aged. Aging period definition, whatever it is there you have created, you can map here. Next, periodic tasks. You need to run this one in the create and collections. Create and collections. Periodic tasks. Create and collections. Periodic tasks. You need to execute age customer balances. Age customer balances. Now this one is create and collections. Collections aged balances. Aged balances. Actually, this screen, this is called menu name. This menu name, in different versions they have changed the name. In 2012 it is aging snapshot. This menu name is aging snapshot in 2012. This is create like collections or something, it is there. So the menu name is changed from 2012 to D365. The menu name, but functionality is same, remains changed, so remains same, but only the menu names are changed. Here it is aging snapshot. Here it is some customer collections or something. That aging period definition, whatever it is there, earlier it is aging buckets. So the menu names are changed from one version to one version. Means in AX 2009 different naming convention, in 2012 differently changed, and D365 was differently changed. But the same function, there is no change in the functionality. These things you need to execute.
So the output of both the reports will be same, right, Satya? The
Same.
aged balances and age customer balances.
Yes, exactly same. Only it is this will be whatever it is showing, this report is up to date, as on date. We don't have a filter to do it. Usually it will be up to date, will execute this one. So to run that balances, you need to execute from here, periodic tasks, aged balances, aged customer balances, you need to execute. So usually will update today date. So system has flexibility, but will execute for all every day, like for today in real time scenario. If it is a customer aging report, you can select whatever the date you want. Just best practices I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay, the report will be the same. If you are selecting, suppose in the report, if you are selecting up to October 1st only, then that report, this report will be changed. Make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions, please? Quick questions.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Yes, Ram.
Satya. Is invoice date and document date is same, right?
No, invoice date, yes, invoice date and document date same, yes. But transaction date is different. Transaction date means posting date, invoice date and document date both are same. Vendor invoice date or vendor document date.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions, please? So if nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 7 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye.